had a great time. He played every song for me.
Every single year, and that's never the
I
case.
never say that. I never
Yes,
say
you
that.
said. Oh, you want to talk about
When
receipts? You want to talk about receipts? I can pull up receipts.
What? Go ahead.
We do.
Bring this bad boy back home to Newark.
I would love. Oh God, he's putting it right here. Okay. Well. He's having his fun with his Malibu benders. We'll let that slide.
Bring over another running back and build around Jones.
Mm-hmm,
I mean, it's your best bet.
Yeah, because who's really out there for a quarterback besides Carr? You don't want to bring in a 31-year-old. You want to bring in someone
around him
That's
better.
That's leadership. That's not competitive drive. Like you can have the competitive drive, but it's more so leadership that they wanted him. You can't lie. You had Woods in your fantasy league, bro.
Yes,
And he was doing good.
he
with
was
the
doing
Rockets.
okay.
With
He's
Russ-
Not gonna start this again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Doug Saravo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting, bet like Michael Lepore. So we got David is back.
yes.
We got Jonathan.
Yes, good to be back.
How's your boy Russell doing?
Amazing as always.
Still top
Top
18?
five,
Top
top
five.
five.
Now. All right, top 5.
What happened to number 1? You said.
And then we got longtime Steelers fan Jimmy on the show.
Hello.
All right, Jimmy. So you were talking to me, and you said that Big Ben is better than Aaron Rodgers.
My opinion, yes.
I don't believe it.
I mean, believe what you want. I'm a Steelers fan. I saw both of them play. I know Dave's smiling over there. So, I saw both of them play. And Aaron Rodgers, fantastic. He's going to be a Hall of Fame shoe-in. But watching Ben play all those years, I feel like he's just a better quarterback, in my opinion.
In what way?
I feel like more as a leadership in that type of way.
Jonathan, that's your favorite word, leadership.
You just won Jonathan over.
No, of course. John probably had my side already. More of leadership. I want to say more of he was the standard guy to be in that room, the locker room. Any questions went straight to Big Ben. Rodgers was probably more or less like, I just want to win a goddamn game. I don't care what it costs. Cost my leg. It'll cost my sanity. He don't care.
So what you're basically saying is statistically, Big Ben is not better than Rodgers.
So it's some attributes, I'll say yes.
And what attributes though?
I would more or less say maybe more of his grit, let's take that out. Let's say more of the yards, passing yards. I think he has more than him.
Okay, passing yards he has more than him because he started 3 seasons before him.
But there was only one, I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Ben
well,
Roethlisberger was drafted in 2004.
And then Rodgers, what, 05?
Started his rookie year. Rodgers was drafted in 05. Had to wait 3 seasons to play because he was playing behind Brett Favre.
Okay.
So in reality, he didn't play till what, 2008-9?
However, he did play a game his rookie season, no?
He started what, 2 games, 3 games?
So the yards start right there, my guy. The yards start right there. That's it. I'm sorry.
What is that?
How does that happen?
Games.
doesn't really help.
Go to passing attempts and yards.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger has way more passing attempts than Rodgers.
Well, yeah, because
Yes, absolutely. There's no question about that. There's no question he has more passing attempts.
Okay.
But more yards, Ben is, I think if I looked at it, he was 4th and Rodgers is 9th.
Okay, you're talking about a guy who started 3 years earlier than Rodgers.
Okay.
He has 3 extra seasons on
Roethlisberger
him.
started in 2005.
He got drafted in 04.
He got drafted in 04.
And he started in 04
He started
when
in 04 as a rookie starting quarterback, which I give all the credit to. That team went 13-0.
and then lost to the Patriots. Go after yourself,
All
Dave.
he also won Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the year. He won a Super Bowl.
The second
he
year,
won
second
no
year won a Super Bowl.
no MVPs, no Super Bowl MVPs, no regular season MVPs.
I'll say this though: his second Super Bowl he went to and he won. He should have been MVP over Antonio Holmes. He should
His
have
second Super Bowl.
his second ball appearance.
Didn't they score most of their points? One of their points came off of what? 98
Yeah,
yard,
92 yards.
James Harrison 99, 98 yard return.
92-yard return.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you had Santonio Holmes, who played a hell of a game.
Arizona should have won that game.
Should have. But
Costly turnover. And
So now you're
bad
talking
clock
about
management.
2 Super Bowls.
right,
So Rodgers won. Rodgers MVP in his Super Bowl.
correct,
Roethlisberger's 0 MVPs in the Super Bowl. Roethlisberger 0 MVPs in regular season.
right.
To Rodgers' 4, I think he had.
3. He has 3. I believe he has 3. He won 2 back to back.
It's up there.
The stats are up here.
I
Hold
think he
on,
won
hold
2
on.
back to back. It was 2020 and 2021 because this year was Mahomes. And I
So-
think he won
Rodgers won 4 times
4
MVP.
times. Okay.
All right. You're talking 4-time first team. You have 10-time Pro Bowl to Roethlisberger's 6. We've got a 4-time NFL passer rating.
Okay.
4 times he's won the passer rating. The guy threw over 100 games, I believe it was, without an interception. He has the lowest interception rate out of all quarterbacks.
That was his recent record that he had.
Where's his record? But I'll say more of this. Ben, through the time he was there and the time he left, has never went below 500. He always was above 500.
Well, I could disagree with you. This year, Rodgers basically had no receivers.
Beno had an offensive line last year and still went 9-8-1 or whatever the record was. He still and went to the playoffs.
Are you talking about the year they went 11-0?
No. Last year, his last season, they went 9-8. I believe 9-8, and then faced Kansas City the first round and got their ass kicked in. And had no offensive line.
I got it. Let's see.
Because they went 11-0, then they went.
That was the year
then
before.
they
That was
lost-
2020
Then they
when
lost
we had the COVID.
They lost to the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, that's when it got demolished by Cleveland.
2021, they went 9-7.
9-7, and
The
went
year
to
before that, they went
11, 12 and
12-3.
12-3, 12-3. They went
2018 season, they went 9-6-1.
9-6-1, and then a couple 8-8s back to back.
He's got a passer rating of over 100. 3 times. Over 100 passer rating. We go to Aaron Rodgers, which I'm not going to count his first 3 years because one of them says I think he's over 100, but he only played 3 games.
Yeah, 'cause you can't count that because it hasn't been a full season.
Well, Jonathan counted it.
I would.
Why?
I wouldn't really.
He played games. He
To
played.
be honest, yeah, but
If you
He
sta-
played
Did he
2
start?
games.
Did he start? Did he start? If you're starting, you're
He
playing
did
that
not
game.
start.
he didn't play
The
whole
first
season,
three
Fine.
seasons he did not start a game. He
Okay.
played 3 games. He played 3 games in his first season.
Then that's
He
fine.
played 2 games in his second season and 2 games in his third season and started none.
No, that's-
Took him his 4th season to start.
That's fine with me then. Then the 4th seasons where you begin to clock
So
his
after
stats.
his 4th season, he
In my
had
opinion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 passer ratings of over 100.
How many of those were 2017 season and on? Because he got Devontae Adams around that season.
29, 2010, 2011, and 2012. 2013, he was all over 100. 2014, actually I went back too far back.
And don't forget, they went 15-1 and lost to the Giants in 2012.
From 2009.
the second time the Patriots, I believe.
Yeah, second time we beat New England.
So
Okay.
from 2009 to 2014, he was over 100 passer rating.
2004. Okay.
Over 100 consistent.
All right. Let me add this then. Did Rodgers had a smooth sailing? That division sucked. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that division didn't suck.
AFC North sucked.
No. How did AFC North suck? When
All you had was Baltimore being a threat to Pittsburgh.
Cincinnati was
Yeah,
off and on.
later on with Andy Dalton, but it's not like now where you have Joe Burrow, you have Lamar Jackson. You could have a good Cleveland team.
We could if they get a better. Right now, I mean, they got a better
The
quarterback.
AFC
situationally.
North, was Green Bay, but you also had Minnesota. That would.
But Minnesota was their defense wasn't. It was more they at that time it was their offense when he had Adrian
Chicago
Peterson,
was good for a few years with Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler, yeah. But but they didn't. Every time they went into the playoffs, guess what Rodgers was doing? Fucking discount double checking in the goddamn end zone because that man could have been stopped. Even regular season too, it was the same monster. But he had an easy time. Look at now, compare Look at now at Kansas City. They're scheduling. No good teams anymore. The only good team was Buffalo, Cincinnati, and that's it. And the third loss was against freaking
What, the Chiefs regular season?
regular season this year was nothing. Don't forget, you had Raiders that are projected to be great, sucked. Same with the Broncos, projected to be great, sucked. Chargers,
Chargers were good.
but they had an all-star cast. You had defensive wise, Joey Bosa.
Yeah, but hold on. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, the Chiefs are rebuilding. They're not going anywhere."
No,
The Chiefs won't make it anywhere.
I said-
Tyreek Hill left.
No.
That's what was the big word.
that was a
now.
bit debate, but I said, listen, Mahomes is that team. Mahomes is that team no matter what. Mahomes carried the whole team. Him and Kelce carried the whole team on their backs. Defense helped a little bit, yes. But it was all Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes is going to be... If
So
he,
Jerick McKinnon didn't do anything.
Isaac Pacheco. A lot of guys stepped up for Kansas City.
last guys did step up, but if we're saying it really, it was them two. It was them two. Had to be.
All right.
Yeah,
The one
let's-
time
let
I
Jonathan
actually
get in
agree
here.
with Jimmy, Kelce saved Mahomes big time, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean,
You don't have Kelce,
You went-
you're not going to the Super Bowl.
you
I'll tell you
went
that much
from-
right now.
But they said the same thing about Tyreek Hill.
I never said that. I said you lose. That's a
Other
big,
people
deep
have
threat.
said it.
Yeah, that was a narrative going
People
around.
said that losing Tyreek Hill was the biggest hit that Patrick Mahomes had.
You're rebuilding, but that was a narrative they threw out there. But I didn't believe that.
So if Travis Kelce was to sit out the following season and Patrick Mahomes does that with Jerick McKinnon, you're gonna be like, if it wasn't for Jerick McKinnon,
Yeah, you would say that.
Patrick
you would
Mahomes
say
would have
that.
never done.
no, then it'll be McKinnon doing that on his own. Because
Wait,
the
hold
play
on.
is
You're
not-
making no sense.
All he's
right
doing
It
is
wouldn't be on his own. It would be more or less Mahomes and McKinnon.
because if you were
The
throwing,
play is
They
not.
have one right after the other.
Travis Kelce does not throw the ball.
He just receives it. He just receives the ball.
Patrick Mahomes scrambles, calls option reads, throws the ball between defenders, shovel passes that nobody sees coming. Kelce, yes, the guy's a big guy. He runs his slot routes. He's there. He catches it. He runs. But who has to call the plays? The quarterback.
all right, but the receiver is always the icing on the cake. You need somebody with good hands. Kelsey's like another Gronk or
You're always going to need a receiver.
or Tony Gonzalez. Okay, but you're missing my point here. Give him a moderate receiver. Give him a decent or just a good receiver. Mahomes isn't getting
He
to
had
the
Juju
Super Bowl.
Smith.
And he didn't do
Schuster.
shit. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything this year.
You're talking about giving him a moderate receiver. He's had moderate receivers all season.
You have
He
Kelsey.
had Tony. He had Juju. Come on. The only person you're putting on there is Kelce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference.
So, okay. So he did it with only one receiver.
And who did Brady do it with just Gronk basically? He had subpar players.
He
Yeah,
had
but
Edelman.
Brady-
He had Wes Welker. He had Gronk.
Not
he
all star,
made those
not
guys.
superstars. Exactly. But Gronk is a superstar in his own. He
No,
could
but
be a
Brady
superstar in
made
his own
those
team.
guys have a name.
Edelman, yes.
And Welker,
And Welker, okay.
Amendola.
Okay, but Gronk on his own, he's a superstar on his own. Take him to his
But
own.
Gronk was a nobody until Brady started passing him the ball.
Why do you think he only went to Tampa Bay?
He got drafted the same time Aaron Hernandez came on, and Aaron
Yes.
Hernandez was the main guy. Aaron Hernandez, we all know what happened to him. So
That-
Brady had to switch players. He went to Gronk. He did not rely on Gronk 100% of the time. He relied on his slot receivers most of the time.
Well, when you have Randy Moss, I mean, when you have Randy
Did I
Moss.
not say Julian Edelman was going to win MVP the year and he won MVP?
Oh, what the Super Bowl
Yes.
against the Rams? Yeah. I don't.
Slot receiver.
Yeah, he was number one guy in that point, but we're talking about Kansas City, and I agree with both of you what you both say. You know, yes, there's star roles in Kansas City, yes, but if you look at it statistically, not statistically, take it out. If you look at it at its point, I feel like Patrick Mahomes had one person in his mind every time it was 3rd and 5, Travis Kelce.
Okay.
You're not
what
running the ball
so what you're
3rd and
telling
5
me
to Pacheco.
is the dumps to Jerick McKinnon getting 20, 30 yards was nothing.
That's McKinnon doing work. Mahomes is dumping the ball.
That's their position.
Cool. Okay, But you're attributing that with Mahomes as well. Me, a quarterback, dumping the ball to the running back.
No, Mahomes would scramble, find McKinnon open, pass him the ball, which is what he's supposed to do. McKinnon is doing his job of getting open as a running back receiver, catching the ball and going up the field.
That's McKinnon doing work then. You're doing a short pass to a guy, McKinnon's doing the work.
He's running, doing a scramble to pass it to these guys. He's sitting in the pocket reading the defenders.
Well, it's also that offensive line that is always impeccable. That offensive line is always probably top 5, I'll say, of the Kansas City. So I'll give them credit too.
We're talking about a guy who got his ankle messed up in the playoffs and played with a messed up ankle for the last 2 games and win a Super Bowl.
Yes, don't get me wrong. Mahomes is an amazing player. He's going to be a Hall of Fame and a great. And I already think he's better than most of the all-time quarterbacks that you would consider. Okay. However, Kelce being the number 1 option there after Hill left. Kelce saved him big time.
What is a quarterback's job?
And
to pass the ball.
exactly.
Or run.
That's fine.
So he wouldn't be doing his job if he wasn't passing
What
the
is
ball.
your point though? Kelce, without Kelce, you don't do.
Without any receiver, a
And
quarterback's
the
going to do
saying,
nothing.
the narrative was without Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes ain't
Without
gonna be Patrick
Santonio
Mahomes.
Holmes, Ben Roethlisberger would have never won a Super Bowl.
No,
then.
they're the icing on the cake. But take out Kelce right now. Take out Kelce right now and leave it and bring a regular tight end. Bring in a Hunter from Patriots then and leave the same receiving
He'd
core
still
that they
make
have.
the playoffs.
Get the all right.
Patrick Mahomes.
Everybody
hold
said
on, hold on.
without
Oh,
Tyreek Hill.
Let's
Yeah,
look
Doug.
at the Kansas City Chiefs.
You still had Kelce.
They were irrelevant before they got Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, they had Smith, but they weren't a top dog.
They got to the playoffs though with Smith.
Well, no, they got there a couple of times with Alex Smith.
Patrick Mahomes is the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs are the Kansas City
Oh,
Chiefs.
absolutely. There's no question about that. But it does help when you have wasn't Kelce there before Mahomes? I think
Yeah.
a year before. And he
was a nobody. Nobody was talking about him.
Oh, well, no, because he had his issues off and on the field.
Nobody was talking about him.
No, you're correct. But now Mahomes made him a household name. So he is right. Mahomes didn't make a household name. But I'm saying for this year, Mahomes did have to rely on Kelce a lot
David,
more.
you see that whiteboard right there? Put 1 point for David.
No, you could go ahead because Mahomes is passing the ball to Kelce. Smith wasn't. He wasn't.
Obviously, he's a receiver. He's
Kelsey,
supposed
but
to pass
Kelce
the
wasn't
ball.
Kelce wasn't the first option, nor do I think he was the starter. You can look that up. But of course, Mahomes is making him look great or whatever. But Kelce, in his own right, you put him on any other team, he's like a Gronk. He's gonna be
All
the
right, so let me ask you
superstar
this question.
on that team.
I have a question. What's going to
Hold on. Travis Kelce on the Jets. Are you guys winning the Super Bowl?
With Derek Carr, like Derek Carr as a quarterback, yes.
No,
we'll get
no. With Zach Wilson.
With Zach Wilson.
That's a good one. I want to hear that one.
With Zach Wilson.
Then we make the playoffs.
You're
Wild
winning a
card.
Super Bowl.
No, we don't win a Super Bowl.
So
Wild
Patrick
card.
Mahomes makes a difference.
Yes, he does. He does.
So Travis Kelce is not. I get what you're saying.
No,
Travis
you
Kelce
missed
is
the
icing on
you
cake.
completely missed the point.
But they do not make the playoffs without Mahomes. They do not win a
Don't
Super Bowl.
make the playoffs with Mahomes there. You're missing the point entirely. They don't make it to the Super Bowl. Just the exact same question you just asked me is the point that I'm trying to make to you.
How do they not make the Super Bowl? If
Just-
if he did it with Tyreek Hill, they got to rid of
No,
Tyreek
he had
Hill.
Hill
He
and
found
Kelce.
another option.
He had Kelce, he had Watkins, he had Hill. Are you kidding me? They lost Watkins, they lost Hill.
Watkins ain't that guy, though. He's not.
Tyreek
No,
Hill was
Watkins-
their best receiver when he was
The
there.
only time that you really saw them really go down bad was like the Super Bowl against Tampa, where Tampa just, excuse me, annihilated them. Only let them score 9 points, and all they did was double coverage their 2 best receivers, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, and that was it. That was it. They just double coverage them.
So what you're telling me is, if everybody would have just double teamed Travis Kelce through the whole playoffs, the Chiefs would have never won a Super Bowl.
This year, I don't know, because I think they still. I don't know, because it's what
Well, you're
it's,
taking
it's-
away Kelce at that
But
point.
it's what if, because they didn't do that though this year. It's a what if situation. It's what if. We're already past that. They won a Super Bowl.
So
we'll see what
Patrick
happens this year.
Mahomes won the Super Bowl with one receiver. That's what you're telling me.
No, he had help running game, and the O line helped
So you're
him.
contradicting yourself.
No, I'm
then.
not. No, no,
contradicting yourself
no, I'm
a
not.
little
No, I'm not. Because because what I'm saying is Kelce is the icing on the cake. Take Kelce out. They don't go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you
That's
just said
the whole
running
point.
game helped.
Everything helps. It comes together. But without Kelce, you take him out. Take him out, and you just have the running game, and you have
You just open another receiver for him.
and you have
for him to
and
find
you
another
and you have subpar receivers like Juju, Scatling, Valdez.
He would have made them look amazing.
He should have done that with Juju. Then he wasn't
Why?
making them look.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Well, Juju was the number.
If Travis Kelce is catching every single pass that I'm passing to him in small tight spaces,
let me tell you,
I'm gonna go to that guy
I will-
every single time.
I will give you the perfect example. Yes, they lost Hill, but you had the number one option with Kelce, right? Look at Rodgers and Adams. What did Rodgers do this year without Adams?
He didn't want to be there.
Does not matter. He wanted to play.
He had
wanted
no care in the world
does-
for Green Bay.
the season before. What happened? What happened? That's the perfect example right there. You lose an amazing piece because receivers are icing on the
Because
cake,
he did not care this
and you
season.
it does not matter.
How it does not matter?
It does.
If I don't-
That's an assumption. How do you know he doesn't care? That's an assumption.
Oh, we know it.
Because he said he didn't care.
When you go on the field, you want to win, dude. You want to win.
The guy's getting paid money right now.
As Jonathan says, Aaron Rodgers has that competitive drive in him. So
Listen,
you say he doesn't? You say Rodgers don't have a competitive drive in him?
He does, but
I think if Kelce, even if Kelce wasn't there, Patrick Mahomes will still find another receiver to be that guy.
to get to the Super Bowl, though.
Tom Brady's done it over and over. He showed that the Patriots were the most moved team with receivers.
Well,
You're
after Moss
Welker,
left,
Edelman, Amendola, all these guys.
Walker was that number one. When Moss left, Walker was that number one.
Randy Moss.
Well, Randy,
He had to keep making players better.
he didn't
And
make
that's
Randy
what's
Moss
like-
better, though, honestly. Let's just say, no, he did not. Randy Moss was already that top-tier guy when
So
he was
Randy
in Minnesota.
Moss came in. Randy Moss left. Okay.
And Randy Moss went to
had to
San
bring in another
Fran.
guy.
He went to San Fran and freaking
You
went
had
to
to
the
bring
Super
in-
Bowl that year.
you
He
had to
went
bring
San
in-
He
Fran.
barely played.
He still went to the Super Bowl, didn't he?
But he barely played.
Don't matter. He barely played. He still went.
That's
Hey.
like what's his name that just went to Kansas City and won a Super Bowl ring.
Melvin Gordon, right?
He
Oh
won a
yeah,
Super Bowl.
he
played,
did.
he
He
played
did
this
shit.
year.
We talked about that too. He did nothing this
He
year.
played this year. He won a Super Bowl.
Well, don't forget around that time too when they actually did went. It was all that. Who was it? Quarterback at that time. God damn, I can't think of his name. Kirkpatrick, not Kirkpatrick.
Kaepernick?
Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick. That's when Colin Kaepernick was going crazy for 1 or 2 years when he went to that Super Bowl.
Hold on. I'm gonna look up Randy Moss's stats because
Even before that, before he went to
Listen, the point is that Patrick Mahomes will make any receiver look good.
All right, the quarterbacks, the whole point of a quarterback is to throw the ball where it needs to be. The receiver getting the extra yards and doing their own little thing to find a way to get find a way to get the first down and keep the ball moving and rolling.
Is their job.
That's the quarterback though. That's the quarterback doing that though. Is it?
All right, hold on.
that's
I mean,
their
I got to
job.
bring something up.
Don't get me wrong. Mahomes is an
Hold on,
amazing
'cause
player.
this
He
is-
will be all-time great.
This is completely irrelevant. All right, because he wasn't known as a great NFL quarterback. So you're saying that if Tim Tebow had Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce, that Tim Tebow would have been a better quarterback because the receiver's the icing on the cake? Is that your point?
So you say both Tyreek Hill and
Or Travis Kelce? Kelce would make Tebow Mahomes. Is that what you're saying?
No, Tebow, he's trash. Like in my opinion, he wasn't even decently good with mechanics.
So, hold on. So,
He didn't
so-
have any good throwing mechanics in my
So
opinion.
Derek Carr got Devontae Adams and they still couldn't win games.
But how many touchdowns did he get though?
On Mahomes level. Hell no. Hell no.
So Mahomes makes a difference. So Mahomes is a great player to make Travis Kelce be even a better player.
No. Kelsey's already an amazing player in his own right. That's my whole point.
So is Devontae Adams.
Exactly. That's fine.
Whatever.
Whatever-
And freaking Derek Carr is totally. It's here to here.
Whatever issues they were having over there in Oakland,
You're talking about Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, who used to play in college together,
okay.
who
And
have the chemistry together.
But is Derek
That played
Carr-
what
is Derek
3-4
Carr
years in college together.
Is Derek Carr really on par with freaking Aaron Rodgers? No. It's like me saying before with the whole.
But you just said Aaron Rodgers sucked this season.
He did suck this season. He did. He had no receiving core.
Everybody can have a bad season.
Yeah, but he had nobody. Honestly, he had no. Well,
Derek Carr had Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Who else was over there? Hunter Renfrow at one
Hunter
point.
Renfrow.
Was playing very well, and he still couldn't win.
Yeah.
But you got Devontae Adams, the best player on the team. Why he just couldn't just throw it downfield to Devontae Adams?
They tried, but freaking he got picked off a lot of times. But I'm saying,
So
Aaron Rodgers
so-
is different from.
So
you got-
Patrick Mahomes
Carr,
passing the
totally
ball
different
in tight
thing.
coverage, being able to make passes.
to what's Kelce? 6'4", 6'6"?
I think.
Like what? Almost 300 pounds. Double coverage does not matter.
280.
Double coverage doesn't matter. Double coverage will matter on Adams, and when that's your best receiver, that's the only receiver you have.
Tight ends are big for a reason. They're supposed to catch the ball and be able to bulldoze through the defensive backs and the linebackers.
Yeah, but Kelce is an outlier. He has speed. He has strength. He can block for you if he has to. That's what I'm trying to say. He's like
but
another
Kelce
Gronk.
would be nothing if Mahomes wasn't there.
The only one I could say.
Put Kelce on. So if Kelce would have got sent to Oakland, he would have still been a star.
Yes.
I think it's still
But Devontae Adams went over there and
Because
nobody
now,
talked about him
because now you
anymore.
have more options. You have Adams, you have Kelce, you have Renfro. Now you can spread the ball a little bit more. You have Jacobs in
But
the running
Mahomes
game.
barely had any options.
Exactly. His only option is Travis Kelce.
That's what we were saying before. Travis Kelce was only his option.
That's how good Kelce is.
It was only you. You
He's
just
a
said
slot
it.
receiver.
You
just
said
made
it.
my point.
You just said
How
it.
I make your point?
You just said it. You just said it that we said before.
He's his only option.
His only option. That is
That's
only.
how good Kelce is.
If you compare to Kelsey's,
He's a slot receiver. I would expect him to be open.
but when you have
Not a receiver that's running 20 yards down the field.
let's look at the touchdown ratios between Kelsey and the whole entire Kansas City Chiefs. I guarantee Kelsey has probably double their numbers, double their touchdowns, probably double their yards. I bet you,
How many times has he passed it to other players? He's passed it to Juju this year.
probably once or twice.
No, we've looked this up. He passed it a decent amount.
I'm
Real.
gonna-
But Juju's trash
pull it up.
though.
Are we calling it freaking preseason?
But Juju,
the same
but
thing?
Juju's trash though. So he should have made Juju better, and he didn't. He was irrelevant this year. That's
he
my
did
hope.
make
That's
Juju
my
better
entire.
this
That's my
season,
entire
though.
point. No, he did not.
No, because he
He played the same as he did on the
his
Steelers.
best season
78 receiving yards, 933 yards.
for who? Kelsey.
Juju.
What did Kelce have?
Kelsey.
Kelsey at least had over 1,000
receptions?
Receiving yards.
receiving yards. No reception. 1,000.
'Cause I was going to say, you're
No, I mean yards.
this year,
Yeah.
110 receptions, 1,300 yards.
So he's had 350 more yards than Juju.
Yeah.
How many passes?
110. And
What was Juju?
like 78.
Oh shit.
It's not a big difference.
But if you look at, all right, so look at Kelsey's numbers. He's never been over 2,000 yards. This was his
Who was he? His fifth season, seventh, whatever it is. He's been in the league for a while.
9. And he's,
9 years.
Yeah,
9
9
years.
years.
Seasons?
It doesn't seem like that. It seems like he's
I'm
been.
flying, bro.
Well, Mahomes been in what? 5 years. 5 years he's been in the league.
And he's only been
Mahomes,
over
5
he's
years?
never 5
seasons?
been over 1,500 yards. His most it was 1,400 in 2020.
That was probably.
This is my point, man. Quarterbacks are amazing, and he is going to be an all-time great. But at the end of the day, it is a team sport. You can be the best quarterback in the world. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make these receivers better. They have to be good
So
on
you
their in their
can't-
own. They have to.
you can't say that
They have to
Kelce-
be. They have to
it's
be
a
good in
team
their.
sport.
They have to be good in their own merit. But my point is, you take out Kelce and you give him subpar receivers like Juju. I mean, Juju's good, okay, but you give him receivers like Juju, Scantling Valdez, and maybe another one.
When did Scantling come in?
That is my.
The same time.
I think this year.
Same time Juju came in the same year. They're both on 1-year deals, and I think also Tony is also on the 1-year
So
deal.
he got Tony halfway through the season.
and Tony got hurt, so we can't really count him because he
All
got
right.
hurt.
So you lose a receiver there.
So
you
it-
had Scantling for
Kelce-
how long of this season? How many games he played this season?
He played every game, but he wasn't really effective.
You had Juju Smith-Schuster, who just came off of
sucky year.
Last season, what he did?
He was hurt.
He was hurt the
He
whole
was-
season.
His
So you just brought a guy that was hurt the whole season that has to learn the scheme. You got Marcus Valdez-Scantling playing 1 year that had to learn the scheme. You got Travis Kelce that's been there how long? He knows the plays. He knows where to go. You got Tony that came halfway through the season,
and I mean he only played what?
and the other guys still got the ball. Juju had what? How many yards you said he had?
900.
900, 78 receptions.
900
and what for
coming
Kelsey
off of
had,
an injury.
Kelsey had
all last
100
season.
something.
1,300 passing receiving yards.
No, I mean how many racks? Like 100 something.
110, I believe.
110.
Okay, there you go. 110 to
hold on,
79. It's a
hold on.
fucking big gap.
So what you're telling me, 110 to his 70, Juju still almost broke 1,000 yards.
Because, like you said, Kelce is a slot receiver, and Juju is getting deep threat. All he needs, Mahomes can throw the ball 10, 30 yards. Juju is right there at that moment, catches the ball, does what he's supposed to do, and that's 30 yards right there. That's 25 yards right there added. So he can get the yardage in less attempts.
1,000 yards, so he was passing it to these guys.
Yeah, but that's all right. In this day and age with receivers, that's okay year, man. Like, to be honest, that's an okay year.
How's that an okay year?
I don't know.
1,000 receiving yards on a season is an okay year?
Kelce got 1,300.
For Juju, I think that is okay for him because from last year he had probably 300 because he was hurt most of the season.
We're talking about a whole season where he was injured last year.
Yeah,
And I think he had 21 receptions.
of last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his rookie season, he probably had above 1,000 because his rookie season very good, especially when he had AB on the other end, and then you had who was the third at that time? I think it was either Washington or Hayward Bay. And Hayward Bay was subpar. He was there. He was like in and out. But his rookie season, Juju, when he went off. Like you can't. But now he's probably after this season. He was like, all right, 900's not bad. 900's not bad at all. So I feel like Juju's okay with that. He don't care anyway. He got a ring. He don't care. He didn't have to do that much work. He said, all right, Mahomes, Kelce, do your job. I'll just same with Ingram. He just sat back, put his leg up on the bench. Good night, Irene. That's all he did. That's all he did. But now, do I think? Well, I just want to say this: Jalen Hurts that Super Bowl was probably fantastic. Probably one of the best performances we have seen in years. Jalen Hurts' performance. He was lights out. And I hate the fact that the winning team has to get MVP because Hurts outplayed everyone on that team. Outplayed him. We had three rushing touchdowns and one throwing. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
I would have
great
gave him MVP. So the winning quarterback. I'd be like, no. Mahomes had 145, 100 something with a couple 3 touchdowns. That means he didn't throw the ball that lot. It means it was like a subpar game for him. Jalen Hurts went crazy that game. I think next year, when he signs his contract this year, because he's going to stay, I hope he takes a little bit of pay cut because a lot of players, I was looking on the list, a lot of players are up for sale this year, and they might be gone. What's his name?
I think A.J. Brown was one of them.
A.J. Brown, I think he signed a 3-year deal, I believe.
He did?
I think it's a 3-year deal he signed with them. It's more defensive. I think Cox is gone. I think he might be gone. What's Brandon Ingram? I think he might leave. It's all about money nowadays. You got sign them the money. Send me the check.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. Great debate so far. When we come back, we'll talk more NFL. Doug Strava Show brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We'll be right back.
Especially going back to Columbus down.
Why? They were horrible this.
Malibu, diner.
These leaders of these countries
MVP quarterback. And then the other quarterback we have is Derek Carr.
Everything happens to me. Zach Wilson getting hurt happens to me. Not getting let into Bar A happens to me. Going to the hospital after the Jets beat the Titans happened to me. So Malibu at the diner part of the casino.
That they're gonna slip back a little bit. Ben,
Do you ever ask yourself the question as to
It's more than just Joe Biden, though. Like, it's just like people, even people.
So why do you think people are allowed to stay in public office for over?
Here with your name behind it, hoping that
no matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
All right, so Dave. Don't we all wish we did that in real life? Just air guitar when we run. So, you're a Patriots fan. I know this. So, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, in your opinion.
Yes.
So, there's no one right behind him. There's no one, because I think
There
Peyton
could be
Manning.
a lot of people right behind him.
Who do you think is right behind him?
Well, does it really matter, bro? Who's right behind him?
Yeah, kind of, because I think Peyton Manning's a better quarterback.
Then
I don't-
Tom Brady?
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Then
Not
Tom
both.
Brady?
I think Peyton Manning is a better quarterback.
How?
No
How?
way. The guy choked in almost every single game.
How?
I think
I think
Eli
Jonathan
Manning.
fucking
I think
disagrees with you
I
on
think
that
He
one.
say.
I think Eli Manning is better than Peyton Manning.
hell no.
I think so.
No.
I think so.
Oh,
in
no,
clutch
that-
games, I'd rather have Eli than his brother Peyton.
Eli Manning had to face him that much. Didn't have to face him that much.
I really want to know.
Peyton Manning
Manning
had to
choked in every
play
game.
play him every
Peyton
freaking
Manning
time.
choked
I
in
really
every
want to
single
know
game.
why you think Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady.
I feel like no,
Leadership.
because they both
Competitiveness.
number one drive
No, I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
because Peyton
Is
Manning.
that the competitive drive?
Yeah, it's a number one competitive drive. Russell Westbrook brand. Number one. But buy get you a shirt of that one. No, I feel like Peyton Manning's a better quarterback. Easy being if we take out the Super Bowls, like we did for Ben and Rodgers, we took that out. Let's put MVPs together. Peyton Manning has what, 5 to his 4? I think Tom Brady has 4 or 4.
No, I think it was more than that.
No, I think he only has 3 and 4. I know Peyton Manning has 5 because his season that he had where he dropped 50 touchdowns, 50 plus touchdowns, was probably one of the best quarterbacks at that time.
I gotta apologize to everybody about Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm a little goofball. I have to shave my head.
All right, he's got 3 MVPs and 5 Super Bowl MVPs.
I said take out the Super Bowl MVPs, so we're adding regular MVP. He has 3
All right, he has 3 MVPs.
compared to Peyton Manning's 5. Okay. Peyton Manning, after that horrific neck surgery he had, we all thought, and you probably thought too, he's done. He's gone.
Peyton Manning can have 100 fucking MVPs, and he still wouldn't be better than Tom Brady. As
Yeah,
a
but he only
player.
won a Super Bowl because Tom Brady only won a Super Bowl because of defenses, mostly. Look at Tampa. 9 points. That wasn't freaking Tom Brady. That was all defense. Okay, let's go to the Rams Super Bowl. 13-9, 13-6,
13-3.
13-3. That was defensive all the way through. Tom didn't do nothing. Tom did nothing. His first throwing attempt, interception.
You talking about 2 out of how many?
Okay, let's go to.
Let's talk about every season that they've taken away a receiver that played well, and they moved him out and brought a new receiver that Tom Brady had to get used to. Talk about every time that Brady had to call an audible to change the play because his quarterback IQ was way better than most people.
You're saying that Tom Brady's IQ is better than Peyton Manning's?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I
Peyton Manning had great receivers throughout his career.
Yeah, but he would call audibles. He would read defenses just as much.
Down the field.
Omaha.
The guy
What
threw
about
ducks down
Reggie
the field.
Wayne, Marvin Harrison? They were there for at least 10 to 15 years.
I don't know. I think the only one that really stayed that long was Wayne. I think, what was the other one you said?
Marvin Harrison.
I think he left maybe
But still, they've been there.
a couple years after.
Even without Brady, what quarterback's been there for at least 10 years? I mean, what receiver's been there for at least 10 years?
Not Wes Walker. He's only maybe like 7 years. He's been
Morris was, what, 2 years and done?
3 years, I want to say.
Yo, Dave.
Did he win a ring?
Dave.
I don't
Dave.
think so.
I can't remember.
But what you said earlier, what you said earlier about quarterbacks making the receivers great.
Exactly.
So Peyton Manning made his receivers great then, because if they were there for all that time, or the duration of that time,
And he still couldn't win.
he won Super Bowls.
He
One.
He won one Super Bowl in what?
He won one Super Bowl, like maybe 3.
8 seasons he had to get through?
Yeah.
No, I'd say like 3 or 4. I'll say
No.
3. I'll say no. I wasn't.
He
You're
won
out your
2 with
mind.
the Broncos. He won 1 with the Colts. And he went 1 and done most of the time.
Right, but Brady's greatness, you cannot take away.
When they lost to the,
It's also because of Belichick as well in the defense.
Oh,
He's got
I hate that Belichick
hey,
comment.
but it's true though.
No, it's not.
It is true.
No, it's not.
The coaching is very much
Then
involved.
how come once Brady left, the Patriots fell apart?
No.
Yes.
You go for Brady is good. He's an all-time great. He's the GOAT.
Listen,
in my opinion,
I've
yes.
always said this.
But Belichick, it was 50-50 in
Yes.
my opinion.
Belichick made Brady who he was.
'Cause he
but
knows
at
how- he
some
knows how to
point,
use him.
Brady surpassed it.
Did Tony
He
Dungy make
left,
Peyton
went to
Manning
Tampa
great?
Bay and won a Super Bowl.
with the stacked squad, you got Leonard Fournette, you have Gronk, you have
Nobody
Mike
else could have
Evans.
done it.
They brought Fournette there because Brady was there.
Because Brady wanted him.
If you added someone on that team,
You had Sue on defense.
Jamison Winston. Jamison Winston was never win anything on that team. When you put Tom Brady in, of course Tom Brady's gonna go win a championship.
That's like
You brought players over through a season, at the beginning of a season, that had to learn a whole new scheme with a whole new coach, with a whole new quarterback, and he still won a Super Bowl.
it's the same as the Rams. You had a stacked squad with a subpar quarterback in Jared Goff, good coach in Sean McVay, and look what they did. They won. They won, man. I mean,
Because they were missing a quarterback. They brought in Stafford.
But Jared Goff won a Super Bowl with them, with that team.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
They
he got
lost.
to the Super
They
Bowl.
got there,
but
but
he
they
got
lost.
there regardless.
They lost.
He got there regardless,
But
though.
they still lost.
He got there regardless. That proves my point that you getting to the big game and beating everyone else.
And the big game counts the most. And Brady won the big game.
And Gurley was
It
hurt.
was that defense who won that game. It was that defense.
He still has
Again.
7 rings.
Still
He
4
still
points
got
in order to
Again.
win.
Again.
They
Still
can't
got
win
7.
0-0.
You know, you can't win 0-0. But you know what? But you know what though?
What about 28-3? What was that? A defense? That was Tom Brady.
20. Oh, that yes. But it was also but it was also the Falcons choking like they always do. They do that a lot. Falcons choked. That how do you go? And how do you go 28-3? Third quarter. What was it? 5:55 left in the quarter and choke. Come on, you could say that was mostly Brady, but honestly,
Nobody's ever going to deny Peyton Manning a Hall of Famer.
no.
But to be better than Brady, you got to be out your mind.
I think Peyton Manning is better.
I think you're.
I could be insane. Listen,
I think
Number-
I'll
you're
throw
number
Ben in there.
4
No,
or
I'm kidding.
5, but-
No.
Hold on. So the Buccaneers don't win a Super Bowl without Brady, even if they have Gronk, even if they have Fournette.
Well, who will be the quarterback there? Jameis Winston?
Yeah. Right now it's probably
So if
Kyle
you brought that
Trask.
stacked team over and Jameson Winston was over there, you think they win a Super Bowl?
If you have a good coach, yes. If you brought Jared Goff over there, they win with that stacked team because he.
What I'm saying is,
Because look what he did
take
with the
Tom
Rams.
Brady out of that Tampa Bay team.
They still get to Super Bowl with Jared Goff. He
they
did it with
do
the
not.
he did it with the Rams
I
when a
think-
good
I
coach.
honestly think they would. Look at the team they had with. Look at the Rams. Look at the Rams team.
Way.
Look at the Rams team that won with Jared Goff. What they had? What Cooper Cup?
right, if you guys are watching, send in a comment. Tell us who's better, Brady or Manning.
No, okay.
You're gonna agree with them.
Yeah, Brady to me is still greatest of all time. But Peyton is right there.
I think he's right there.
He's right there. He's not better.
I mean, if we want to say top five, Brady and Peyton are number 1 and number 2. We're saying top 5 of all time.
Top 5 of all time.
Of all time?
Number 1. They're number 1 and 2.
Brady.
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 Peyton Manning.
Joe Namath.
Get out. Get out. No.
I'm referring to something else.
No, I'm gonna still say I don't care.
Brady.
Get out.
Brady. Probably Montana.
I would not put
Breeze,
no. I think Peyton Manning's better than Montana.
And then Manning.
You have a better argument of saying Montana's better than Brady than Peyton Manning being better than Brady.
Yeah, you have a better argument saying Montana is.
And that's
you think-
always been the biggest argument.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like the same. It's
Is
the
Joe
same,
Montana's
it's the
better
same-
than Brady
it's the
and
same
Brady's better
debate-
than
it's the same-
Montana?
It's the same debate when you put LeBron and MJ because it's like, oh, look, MJ is
So
undefeated.
you're comparing two great NBA players. So now Montana and Brady are always being compared, which means that they were two of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Yes, I did.
So Peyton Manning is nowhere near that. He's never brought up in the conversation when it comes to Brady.
Yeah, no one brings up Peyton Manning.
No,
They'll bring up Eli Manning before they bring Peyton Manning.
no.
Yes, they will because of the 2 Super Bowls that Eli Manning had against Tom Brady.
That's where again.
Eli is the better quarterback than Peyton Manning.
You really think Eli's better than Peyton?
Yes. In clutch games, it matters.
It was only the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning had more clutch games than probably Eli has.
Don't matter if someone came up to me and says, "Your life was on."
You're also a Giants fan. That's why you're going to
don't
say
matter.
it. Yes. That's what,
Look at
it's like
these
me saying to
clutch
Dave
games.
the same thing.
Look at the clutch games. Who was the better quarterback when it came time for the postseason? Eli, not Peyton.
But Peyton went to more postseasons.
Didn't Eli win a Super Bowl before Peyton?
No, it was first Peyton in 06 against Chicago. Then Eli said, "Look what I can do," and he won.
What was that? What 07? No, it wasn't 07.
And
07, I think
Eli
Peyton
won his second Super Bowl.
it
Eli
was
won his second Super Bowl before Peyton won another one.
Yes, because that's when he got hurt with that next his neck, and then he was gone. But
I don't want to rain on the parade, but with the Giants, a lot of those that playoff run looks like some miracle catches.
Oh, don't give me that bullshit excuse.
Hey, come
Don't
on
give me that
now.
Helmet catch?
Yeah, come on now.
Don't give me that bullshit
dude.
excuse.
Come on, he threw it. Listen, he was
Nah,
scrambling. He was
don't give
scrambling
me
out
that.
of.
It
He was
still
scrambling
count.
out
It
of
still
pocket.
won.
Oh yeah,
stopped
what's
the
the win? No
greatest-
matter what you say.
stopped the greatest offense of all time. 14 points.
Well, it was a defensive Super Bowl though. Oh, kind of. It was 17-14. I mean, that tells you that both their defense was good. Giants' defense at that time was always.
When the Colts won their Super Bowl, they had Joseph Adai, Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark, Reggie Wayne,
I forgot
Brian
Dallas
Fletcher,
Clark.
Dominic Rhodes, Ben Utek, and Aaron Moorhead.
But
as the receivers.
after that, I think Dallas
Joseph
Clark.
Adai caught 10 receptions for 66 yards.
Yeah, but Dallas Clark. I remember he was a Cowboy before he went to the Colts.
Dominic Rhodes was their running back. He had 21 carries for over 113 yards.
113.
Peyton Manning had a passer rating of 81.8. Had only 1 passing touchdown that game.
What was the final score of that game?
And Eli had 2.
The final score of that game was 29-17, and Peyton Manning threw 1 touchdown.
And did he win MVP that game? He won MVP, right?
I believe he won.
I think he won. I think he had
game.
MVP.
How many yards did he have?
He probably didn't have that much.
He had over 200.
Yeah, because the other guy had 100 something one rushing.
He had 247 yards. He went 25 for 30.
Who was the quarterback of the Bears when he went? It wasn't Jay Cutler. It was somebody
Rex
else.
Grossman.
You're right. I think you're right. Because I think Jay Cutler came after that because he was on the Broncos. I'm gonna say he got drafted to Broncos.
Rex Grossman threw 2 interceptions to that Colts defense.
Well, that Colts defense was pretty decent at that time. But it's a debate. Top 3 is definitely I'm not saying the order. It's Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and I'll say Peyton Manning. That's my top 3.
All time. Comparing quarterbacks now too.
All right, so this is Peyton Manning's playoff record: 14-13, 9-10. He went 0-1, one and done 9 times.
Jesus. Oh.
0-1,
0-1.
9 times.
But still, I think just he's just a genius in that pocket. I mean, just after the fact that he got hurt and it went to a team, and he had an amazing year and went to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna argue this, and I know John's gonna he's gonna be like, oh. At this moment, Patrick Mahomes is better than Peyton Manning, the way he's playing.
And Tom Brady only went one and done 4 times.
4 times. Well, I remember the one because that's when Tennessee beat them.
Yeah.
I remember.
Listen.
And this year to Dallas.
I consider
You're correct. And the other 2, it's probably unknown.
When it comes down to crunch time, Peyton Manning, he's just not the guy. You're talking about Tom Brady had, I believe, the most comebacks than any quarterback, and then I think Mahomes just passed him, or he's right behind him.
I think let me hold on. Because I know
Most come from behind victories. Like, bro, Peyton Manning doesn't come.
Are we talking about comebacks or fourth quarter comeback? Just comebacks in general?
Comebacks in general from being down.
Because I have a stat where
Tom Brady came back from a 28-3 Super Bowl game at halftime.
The first
third quarter, 28-3.
The first overtime ever.
28-3.
Yeah.
He doesn't normally do that though.
He doesn't come from behind and win games.
Well, not like that though. Not coming down behind 28-3.
He was coming from behind all season. I sat there watching the Super Bowl while a Falcons fan sat right next to me.
Your boy.
Talking crap to me the whole game. And I told him, I looked over and said,
it's over.
Tom Brady. Just wait. Touchdown. Started coming back. They won that game from being down 28-3. Name another quarterback that can come back from 28-3.
Burrow.
I'll put Josh Allen up there.
Keep going.
Josh Allen.
Keep saying the names.
Deshaun Watson.
Jalen Hurts.
No, Deshaun Watson does that.
Come on.
Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't hear Peyton Manning's name once.
Oh, Peyton Manning, I can see it.
Not once.
No, I can't.
Nah,
can't see it either.
Payne is not known for that.
Do we want to say? Oh, we could say Eli. Eli definitely isn't he top 5 of comebacks?
Eli for sure.
Because he definitely.
I'd put Patrick Mahomes in front of Peyton Manning.
Right now, yeah, I would too.
The way he's playing.
He's still got a lot left, though.
Exactly.
So we don't know.
It's the beginning of his career. He's played, what, 4 seasons, 5 seasons?
5
seasons.
So do you think if he keeps on this pace?
5 seasons, 2 Super Bowl rings.
2 MVPs, right?
2 MVPs.
2 MVPs.
Do you think that if he keeps projecting like he is, will be better than Brady?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
I've always said there's always going to be somebody better than the next. It has to be. The way it works.
Joey Burrow.
And right at this moment.
I care you have a Steelers fan. I want to take that off you.
At this moment,
Joe Burrow.
The way Patrick Mahomes is playing, he can be better than Brady.
Yeah, he could be.
But we have to take in consideration of longevity.
Can he last? Correct.
Exactly.
Well, especially, we'll see.
Look at Tua. Tua played
that ball
great the first half of the season.
5 games.
Then he got a concussion.
Well,
then he got another concussion.
That's also on the Miami side. They're medics.
I wouldn't listen. I'm not saying Tua is a great quarterback. He had Waddle and he had Hill.
And
two of the greatest receivers to play this season. They had amazing. All right?
Yeah.
So he had options. He had a dual threat. But if he would have kept playing and not get hurt,
he probably won MVP. Probably he was already up for MVP anyway until he got hurt.
He had the shot.
Yeah, Hurts, and Mahomes.
Yeah,
they're top 3.
Listen, I think Hurts should have won Super Bowl MVP.
I think so. I agree with that. We talk about that.
I think he should have won Super Bowl MVP But I mean, the way it works out is the winning team always gets an MVP.
And I think that's ridiculous because like he outplayed Mahomes.
Well, look at the 2003 Cup final. It was the Ducks goalie that won it. Marty should have won it.
Marty should have won. No, I 100% agree.
They gave it to Jaguar.
Now let me ask you this, Doug. You think Martin Brodeur is probably one of the greatest goalies of all time?
He is the greatest goalie of all time.
That's my brother right there.
No one's.
I know you guys
Marty.
don't know hockey that much.
I don't watch hockey, so.
But
yeah, I mean, Peyton Manning, is he top 10? Yes, of course. He's always gonna be top 10 because he was a great player. Same thing. Like there's plenty of guys. I could tell you, Drew Brees was a great quarterback.
He was a great.
Okay.
Is he better than Barrett? It's a par.
Manning weighs him. Manning outweighs Drew Brees. Drew Brees, he's had his shots. I mean, yes, his team wasn't the greatest.
He had a team that could have won. I honestly think this. And this is what if that we'll go back to the Rams where Jared Goff was there. That pass interference call that should have been called. Oh, yeah, they would have won that game. I feel like that game would have been more of like an offensive game,
and I think Breeze would have won the Super Bowl against Brady.
Yes, that season.
No offense to
that season. I think he would.
There's a lot of games.
I think Breeze would have won the Super
Seattle
Bowl.
game.
Oh yeah,
interception at the goal line.
Well, that's just stupid coaching right there too. You're first and goal on the 1 yard line. Let me pass it to Lockett so he can get MVP. No, let me win the game. Give it to my freaking running back, one of the best at that time. Why?
Because they know you're gonna run it.
I don't care. You had they had what?
Yeah, the defense was waiting for the run.
Don't care. You run it 3 times and then you get the field goal and you win the game.
Yeah, but you're sitting.
Well,
they're sitting on a run.
No, they were down by 4, so they had to get the touchdown.
No, I thought they were. Oh, they had to get. But still, first and goal. What works? And I told you this. What works 99.5% of the time? QB sneaks.
They weren't QB sneaking.
I would.
No, they were like 2 yards out.
No, they were.
No, I think they were.
He was nowhere. You're talking about Russell Wilson, QB sneaking.
At that time, he probably would have.
No, he wouldn't have.
The only thing that man got
he never ran the ball like that.
Listen,
he never ran the ball like that.
Send us a line, 2 yards out. All you gotta do is this. Boop, boop. That's it.
No, Russell.
No,
no
not
Russell
on a 2
Wilson
yard
would
on
not
a
do
New
that.
England defense. You're not running it with Russell Wilson on 2 yards.
Then again, it was coaching wise because Pat.
It's not coaching wise because if they would have caught the ball and got the touchdown, they would have been like, great call.
Yeah, but
they didn't. They threw an interception, and it wasn't even an obvious pick. He bumped the he saw.
No,
it
was a great on Michael Butler. It was great on him.
And caught it.
It was great on Michael Butler. Great, but still, if I was the coach or quarterback, run the ball. I would have thrown it. It's 2 yards out. You run it.
Yeah, but we would have to go back and watch it because you got to take in consideration of how many timeouts they had, how much time was left on the clock.
If I remember correctly, they had 2 timeouts.
So I mean, passing the ball, if he would have threw it out of bounds,
it would have stopped the clock. Yes, but come on, it's 2 yards out. I would have ran it.
Yeah, it's a what if.
It's a what if.
Because I said it. I always said if he would have caught the ball, everybody would have been happy and would have been like, great call.
And Lockett would have got MVP because that was the whole controversial thing too.
I don't think Lockett would have won MVP.
No, yes, because don't forget he had 100-something yards that game.
The run game was top tier that game.
Yeah, he had 100 yards. Marshawn Lynch had 100 yards, I believe, and Russell Wilson. What, did he throw an interception that game? So it was up for toss. If they would have caught that touchdown, Lockett would have got MVP. They would have ran it. Marshawn Lynch got MVP.
All right, hold on.
1 yard line. They're at the 1 yard line.
No, they weren't.
That's the 1 yard line right there, boy. That's the 1 yard line.
All right, hold on. Let me.
That's like 2 yards.
And they had what?
They have one
timeout left.
26 on the clock, and second and goal.
Second goal on the 1 yard line. That's 1 yards. Come on, you're telling me you're not going to pound with at that time one of the greatest running backs right there in that time? It's first to go the 1 yard line. You run it.
Yeah, but look how they're lined up.
And the line is stacked.
The line's stacked. But come on, if your offensive line is great, you make a hole.
Yeah, but
Or his big booty's gonna jump over that line.
I can see openings.
this also looks like a
Those are the side play.
audible because
It could be
they're
a-
lined up for a run.
My thing could be too. It could be a QB draw. Maybe he fakes it and runs to the
No,
left.
you're not running the ball with Russell.
No, well he could have done. He could have done that fake to the left. Well, yeah, to the left. I was thinking my other way.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's what if
a
at this
what if.
point.
And at that time,
It's-
because what if they would have ran the ball? Marshawn Lynch would have got stuck at that 1 yard line.
Oh, you should have thrown it.
All the timeout.
Yeah,
Oh, now you have to throw the ball.
yeah.
You should have thrown it the whole time.
I would have ran it. Honest, that's just my opinion. Everybody's different. But
I mean, everybody would have said they would have ran it.
Yeah, I had a Seattle fan next to me.
But you're not there. You're not in a game.
You're
you
not
haven't
thinking
watched
what's going on in that
You haven't
moment.
watched the line. You haven't watched the defensive line the whole game. You don't know what they were doing. They were stacked, bro, at the line.
I'll say this though, I was rooting for the Patriots, but only for one reason. My cousin passed away that year. He's biggest Tom Brady fan, probably bigger than you. He knew every one of that goddamn team. He knew every name from top to bottom. And he passed away that season when he went. And they wrote a letter to him, to his mom, my aunt. Wrote a letter. And they said they're going to dedicate the Super Bowl to him. And we're like, oh, my aunt goes, oh, maybe they'll make the Super Bowl. They make it. On that play, I'm thinking, all right, well, it's first and goal on the 1 yard line. They're gonna run it. As soon as I saw that play, I'm like,
okay,
you struck again, didn't you, you bastard? That's all I said.
just like you said, 95% of the people would have said, run it. He went pass.
But do you think that was maybe Pete Carroll telling him go for the pass?
Whether it was
Or
Pete
the offense
Carroll or
offense coordinator?
Russell Wilson, whoever, you just said everybody would have ran that ball. So defense would have been lined up because
they
were thinking run.
Yeah, they were
It
crowding
ended up
that
being
box.
a pass.
Yes. But I would.
So you're telling me that's not a great play call?
No, it's great. What, the passing or the defense?
The pass.
No, I would have ran it.
No, because you're waiting for a run. You're expecting a run.
Listen,
They decided let's pass the ball. It just so happened to be an interception.
yes, and it's a good play on Malcolm Butler. Fantastic play.
So if you're expecting something, to do the opposite of what somebody's expecting is going to be the better option. If I'm expecting you to run, linemen are running in, everybody's running in a defensive back because they're expecting a run.
Yeah.
Receivers wide open. Pass the ball.
But they were playing man though. They're playing man to. Oh, I guarantee all they're playing man to man. Maybe
No, Malcolm Butler was sitting back.
but that was his man though because they saw
He was sitting back
because they
at least
he was behind
2 to 3 yards back.
You're correct. He was 2-3 yards behind.
And he
But
ran up.
But that was his man. 83 was his man. He knew it. Lockett was his man.
But he was giving them the cushion.
Yes, but because also the other player because
if Russell Wilson would have snapped the ball, caught it, and went straight to Lockett, he would have caught that ball.
I think if he went a little sooner, like maybe it's
All right, hold on.
If you want, just take your time. If you want to play a little bit, but maybe like
All right, so there's Butler right there.
Butler's he's like I'll say 5 yards, maybe 3. Right there, I would have tossed that. Right there, I would have tossed it. Right there. Because then look at that opening right there. He's right there, but no way he's getting it. He's rushing it number.
But he's what? One.
Look.
He's
look how far Butler is.
Yeah.
He's about 5.
Look how far Butler is.
Yards back.
I would have threw it right there, not when the end zone. I would have threw it right there because he would have ran across. That would have been a touchdown.
No, because you would have got the penalty.
Penalty for what? Throw it right there. As soon as I snapped the ball, that ball's out of my hands.
He threw the ball.
He did.
He did.
No,
It's out of his hand.
It's out of his hand.
but I'm saying beforehand, when he had it right this, look at him. That ball, I would have my hand up and immediately threw it.
No, because as a quarterback, what did he have to do? He had to throw over the linemen that were expecting a run.
Most of them were coming in. It was all man-to-man coverage.
Exactly. They were coming in for the run. They were lined up for a run. The defense was lined up for a run.
Yeah, look, they're all
Look how they're sitting.
they're getting ready for the
Because
run.
all of them came blitzing in. Yes, all. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they would've-
maybe
they
all
would've-
6, and then maybe
There's-
all 7. Because
They would have stopped Lynch.
What
if
did they
they
have?
ran.
One receiver on the left side?
one receiver on the left, and he was throwing a screen. That was what he was doing. He was throwing a screen.
He wasn't going left.
No.
He had a better chance of throwing it to Marshawn Lynch.
I think so too, because he had him wide open in the end zone.
Holy shit.
He did. Well, it was also that when 2 years ago Super Bowl, last year's Super Bowl with the Rams and the Rams in Cincinnati. That last play of the game.
Yeah, Chase fell down. If Chase didn't fall, Burrow would have had him.
But yeah, Burrow, he would have been wide open probably for the touchdown and guarantee. But also, I say this.
If he would have handed the ball off, listen, the way the play went, if he would have handed that ball off to Marshawn Lynch, the defender was sitting right there.
Right. But if
He would have tackled him.
throw-
He would have lost 2 yards.
Do you remember what his nickname was?
He would have
Yeah,
lost
beast
2
mode.
yards.
Beast mode. He would have ran through that mofo.
No.
Yes. I think he would.
You had what? 2 linemen on 2 defensive backs on that side?
As long as that ball crosses the plane, that's all that matters.
He would have lost yards.
We don't. It's what if scenario. It's what if we
You
can't.
had 2 guys on that side of the field waiting for a run on that side.
Right.
He would have had to run it up the middle, which was stacked.
But it's a what if. It's what if. My opinion, I would run it. If I was Pete Carroll, I would run it.
Exactly. And
But-
if they would have ran it, New England was ready for the run.
You know, but it doesn't mean that Marshawn's not going to mow him down. We don't know. It's a what if scenario. It's a what if.
He would have got caught in the hole.
Or if they would have done that way they did pass, if he would have waited a little bit, Marshawn was open in the flat.
Was there a hole up the middle?
No,
He would have got tackled.
they're all blocked.
No, but because at the time Russell Wilson, he's still kind of like
That
he's like that. He does that QB option where
that play
he
is set
pulls
up
or he throws.
as a run pass option.
Yes.
If he would have ran the ball, there was no hole up the middle. He would have got tackled. Best option was to pass the ball, which he did have Lockett wide open at one point.
But it would have
But
had to be
Butler
sooner.
Came in so fast that he bumped him and got the pick.
Yes. And it's great. No, like I said, a great play by Michael Butler. But I'm just saying,
You can't blame that pass as a horrible play call. It was a run pass option.
run pass option, but still, I think every coach would have screamed, "Run the ball,"
Which New England was waiting for.
Okay, they could be waiting for it, but doesn't mean he was going to score or not. Doesn't mean he could have broke through those tackles and went right in. We don't know. I'm just saying, if I was a head coach, I would have ran it.
All right. All right, if you're just joining us, we got Jimmy, David, and Jonathan. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and that will be our final segment, some hot takes. Jonathan,
I want to hear this.
Jonathan with his hot takes, so we're looking forward
Yeah,
to
you've been
that.
quiet, Jonathan, for the
We're gonna-
last little bit. I got to let you talk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jonathan's going to have his hot takes coming up. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on the Doug Strabo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting. Bet like Michael Lepore. We'll be right back.
Especially going back to Columbus down.
Why? They were horrible this year.
Malibu and the diner.
These leaders of these countries.
MVP quarterback. And then the other quarterback we have is Derek Carr.
Everything happens to me. Zach Wilson getting hurt happens to me. Not getting let into Bar A happens to me. Going to the hospital after the Jets beat the Titans happened to me. So Malibu at the diner part of the casino.
That they're gonna slip back a little bit. Ben,
Do you ever ask yourself the question as to
For this town, things that haven't been done before.
feel like
It's more than just Joe Biden, though. Like, it's just like people, even people.
Overpay for DeGrom, and
So I think this is a great way for us to gather some
I'll be looking for another job after this is over, I can tell you that.
Here, with your name behind it, hoping that.
Why did Trump fire Fauci? He could have gotten rid of him.
There's a lot of things you can have checked out. So,
talk whatever we want.
it's sports? Well, I'll tell you, no matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
we're back on the Doug Soravo Show, which is brought to you by Stutz Betting, bet like Michael Lepore. It is now time for Jonathan's favorite segment, his hot takes. Could be Russell Westbrook is better than LeBron, better than Michael Jordan. But what's your hot take today, Jonathan?
So we're going baseball with this hot take.
All right, let's hear it.
Who would you rather have on a team? Who do you think is a better player, Mike Trout or Aaron Judge? I'm going to go Mike Trout.
I'm sorry. I'm with Dave with this one. I'll go with Judge.
You're going to go with Judge?
I'll go with Judge. I think Judge is the overall better player. Mike Trout's been there for a while. It's been there for what, 5-6 years, maybe more. And what Judge did
Is
for
that
a time, he's been there for 3 years. What he did, he brought him to the playoffs constantly. He won MVP last year. He broke the record. I think Judge is better player.
defensively too? Not just with the
Defensively,
homers.
I think Trout's a little bit overrated.
Yeah?
I kind of agree with that. He's been there for
Great
so
player.
long. He hasn't produced as Judge has.
Trout's a great player, but he can't get the team to the playoffs.
Trout's got his contract and slumped off after a while. It seems like a I don't care kind of mentality.
That's what he has. I agree. I think he's like that. Do you think that if he goes to another team that's ready to go, you think he'll get in the playoff? Yes, of course.
I don't think so.
It depends on the team. Let's say.
I mean, I could say that about any team, any player. I mean, I could tell you if Judge goes to any team, will he make them better? Yeah. I mean,
of course.
The guy who's hitting home runs left and right. But then again, you got your plus and your downside on players.
Well, they're always gonna be like that. Judge is a great player, but he also has his down. He's only a home run bomb. He's not hitting singles. He's not an all around that type of player. He's just more just hitting bombs.
But Judge he's shown consistency with the way he's able to score at times. You could point a guy like Giancarlo Stanton that came over and what happened?
Yeah.
Great slugger, but when he got over to the Yankees, it wasn't the greatest of all time for him.
You could say the same as the pitcher too that came from Japan. He was supposed to was it not Tanaki? Or was it Tanaki?
Tanaka, or are we talking Ohtani?
Ohtani?
Otani.
The hitter and pitcher?
Yeah. I think he was overrated a little bit. He came over, and then now, what is he? Just for right now?
No, he's still great.
No, he's still one of the top players. He hits
name another pitcher that can hit.
He hit 40 home runs last year.
I can't name another pitcher. That's cool. Nowadays, you don't have the pitchers to hit no more. Now they just
No,
pitch.
but he plays both positions, Ohtani.
Otani. I'm trying to think of the guy from Milwaukee. He did both. I just can't think of his name. The pitcher.
So would you rather have Ohtani or Judge on a team?
Ohtani,
right?
Pitcher.
I mean, I'd rather have if I was to pick, I'd rather have Ohtani.
You rather a pitcher because it starts with him. It starts with the pitcher.
You're talking a dual position player.
Yeah.
And we don't see that today.
No. You're really not gonna see it no more because now it's the pitchers don't have to hit no more.
And even when he was out with his shoulder arm, his injury as a pitcher, he was still out hitting the ball.
Yeah.
It's the same as when I watch the Yankees. DJ LeMahieu, I'd rather keep him all day. The guy's a utility player. He play almost every position on the field.
Do they still have the same team now, or is it just they drop a couple people because of the money's?
No, they still got the same team now. They've signed a lot of, re-signed a lot of their players.
Do you think they could make that extra push to make it into the World Series?
No.
No?
Yankees
I agree with you on that one because my dad's a big Yankees fan. And he
Yankees
says
have no shot
because they're just hitting home runs.
They're not making the playoffs.
They're making, of course.
But they're not winning the World Series. They got no shot. I hate to say.
No, especially
they're not even going to win the division this year.
Who's going to win? I want to hear this. I have a feeling I know you're going to say. Who's going to win?
Hey, you think?
Wait, who do you think I'm going to say?
Boston.
No, Toronto.
Whoa.
Okay.
Boston's definitely not winning it. They've lost too many key players.
Yeah,
they slid down the slide.
Toronto is the better team in the AL East. Adding guys like Kiermaier
and
whoever else they added.
Yeah.
Toronto's a team to watch out for.
How do you feel about when the Mets got rid of DeGrom and now look at him?
That hurt pretty bad.
No. He's hurt now.
They got Verlander.
Verlander's better pitcher.
DeGrom may not even make it to his 5 years.
Listen, I'd say this: Verlander was the better pick over DeGrom.
Yes.
I seen
DeGrom's not going to make it.
DeGrom
to
was
5
declining
starts this year.
Bro,
Luckily,
he's already
he makes it to
hurt.
5 years of his
He's
contract.
already hurt.
But I'm gonna say this, and I've said it last season and the season before: the Mets are cursed with pitchers.
Scherzer.
They get hurt a lot.
Scherzer was consistent this year. He stayed a lot. It was
but you watch the rest of their pitching, like they get hurt. So
Bassett was healthy this year.
Stay healthy.
And that's another thing. Toronto added Bassett.
They did.
Yeah, and then now we have Verlander, Scherzer, and then who's the other one?
Kodai Senga, Carlos Carrasco, and Jose Quintana.
Quintana might be hit or miss, but we never know. It's still early to say because it didn't even start yet.
I mean, we'll see.
Do I think the Mets will make the playoffs this year? Absolutely. I think they're gonna make the playoffs this year.
The Mets?
Yeah.
Listen, if the Mets don't make the playoffs,
they
made the playoffs
this year, yeah.
They lost.
They went to.
It was a loss on them picking everybody
no
up.
matter what.
Okay. From what you look at the Mets lineup and how they picked up so many good pitching, if they don't make the playoffs, they don't make a
at least make it out the
postseason
first
run.
round.
It was a loss.
Yeah.
You can't count it.
They can't lose in the wild card round like they did
last
year.
No, especially
you have to make a run.
Especially against freaking
the Padres.
Well, also they were number one the entire time until
they
September.
last 3
That's
games.
a typical Mets
I
season.
know, but come on, dude. You can't do that. You're on top the entire time.
No, I've always.
No, hold on.
No.
Hold on, because I do not blame the Mets for that.
No.
I've always said
Atlanta
this.
went on a hot streak.
Atlanta went crazy.
You had Phillies, Atlanta, and the Mets all from the same division.
Atlanta went on a hot streak at the end of the season.
But I've always said this.
That's what they did when they won the World Series. They sucked in the beginning, and they got on a hot streak that no one could even touch them, and took it all the way into the World Series and won.
I always say the Yankees it's always role reversal with the Yankees and the Mets.
Yeah.
The Yankees start slow, and then after All-Star break, somehow, some way, they start getting better. The Mets start hot, and then after All-Star break, they start declining.
But that's
We've seen it every season.
Well, for this year,
That's due to injuries in most parts.
yeah.
Yeah, but we've seen it.
Because you can't really stay healthy
So,
that much
I mean-
anymore because you're pitching crazy. You're pitching in the 8th inning sometimes.
If the Mets can keep it up,
good for them.
They should. The way the Mets lineup is looking, they should have a playoff run.
They should. But
And if they don't, I don't want to hear any Mets fan complaining about anything.
No, I would listen. Me and you talked before. I said that I think the Mets should win, but I'm not gonna complain if they go downhill because I'm happy they're just now getting recognition of being a decent team.
They can't. Yeah, but as a Mets fan, you can't come. You can't say the Yankees this, the Yankees that, or this team this team that. When you've got a pitching rotation, the way your pitching rotation set up, your hitters, your players on the field. Come on, if they don't make a playoff
Pete
run,
Alonso, freaking.
they can't talk about any other team this season if they can't make a playoff run.
We'll see. Hopefully, they can make a decent run. That's all I could really say. Hopefully, they can make a decent run. I think they can.
The way it looks on paper,
well,
yes.
On paper, yeah, but
yes.
if they can put it all together, because even last year,
but it's always about staying healthy and staying out of a slump.
Yeah, and they could do that. I think they could.
Because we've seen it with the Yankees. Judge went into a slump when the playoffs started.
Well,
I played hot all season.
He did that twice though. He did that twice. Last year, the year before, he did it twice. I'm like, come on, you can't. Like, you've been playing great all season, and then all of a sudden, you turn it off? No.
I mean, it happens, though.
I understand.
I always say, for any sport, playoffs are a whole new season. Anything can happen.
It's 0-0 pretty much at that point.
Yeah.
You start, same with football, or and even hockey. You start 0-0. It's what you do.
In the playoffs. That's all that matters.
Any team that's hot, that's the team you got to worry about going in. Just if they're playing like the Mets were, 2015?
Yeah,
they were the hottest team
in baseball,
and went straight to the World Series, and Kansas City clipped them.
I know, you could say that about New England.
Oh, well, they went to
went undefeated.
18-1. I'm sorry, that still got burned a little bit. I mean, come on.
Well, that was meant to happen.
It was part of the script.
It was a script
It was part of the script, guys. All right.
It was a script before it was a script. We didn't know it. We're just playing their own damn game.
Listen, now that the scripts are being leaked, they gotta switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe let Jalen Hurts win a little bit. Maybe give him a ring, and then
the Jets win.
Sorry,
No. Sorry. Sorry.
This is our go crazy for a little bit. Come on, you know.
We will when the Giants win.
No, you had your fun, early 10s. You know, now it's our turn. 2020s.
Damn, he throwing that vinegar at you. The vinegar.
When was the last time the Jets won a Super Bowl?
1969.
The year my dad was born.
My goodness.
That's a long time.
That's sad. That's sad.
And it's
We're due for one.
So is Kansas City when they 50 years without
You
one.
got a long way. The way these players are playing, the way Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts, like it's gonna be a long way.
Are they one quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl? I believe so.
No.
What do you think? What do you think they need?
We have the running game with Brees Hall.
Let's see if he actually is good. 'Cause you're also getting back your two starting alignments.
Defense.
Offensive alignment.
Yeah,
You're
defense
getting
is amazing.
Tucker back, and you're getting Beckham back. Which, if they stay healthy, all Jets fans pray to God they stay healthy. Then
won't.
and whoever's quarterback, which I think it's Derek Carr, but other people might say Rodgers.
Same.
Wrong.
No, I think it's
Wrong.
Derek Carr.
What do you think?
It's gonna be Jimmy G.
No, please.
I think
God,
he-
no.
I think they're gonna go after
I think
Jimmy
he goes
G.
back. I think he goes back home. I
Please,
think he goes back
no.
to New England.
I think who Jimmy G?
I think he goes back to New England. Honestly,
Nah, I don't think so.
I wouldn't want him.
So I've always said Carr's going to the Jets.
I said that too.
That's what I would.
Nah, Nick thinks he's gonna go to the Saints.
To the Saints?
Well, he's a Saints fan.
He's a Saints fan. Of course,
Who?
they're going to say
Who,
that.
Carr?
No, Nick.
Oh.
No, I'm saying who's going to the Saints?
Carr.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
I don't think. I think Carr goes to the Jets. I think Rodgers. He ends up either at the Saints or the Panthers are trying to get him. I don't really think he goes to the Panthers.
Or Tampa, because Tampa still has that offense.
I don't
No,
see.
they're going with Kyle Trash.
So the problem.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you
that's
this.
the guy.
Even if Tampa Bay was looking at Rodgers, I don't see Rodgers following in Brady's footsteps. I don't see him going to a place that Tom Brady just left to try and win a Super Bowl.
So where do you think his
it's
last
too much
spot is?
controversy? It's too much. Oh, you're just trying to go to a team that had won a Super Bowl and do it all over again with a Tampa Bay team. I think Carr goes to the Jets, Rodgers possibly Raiders or Saints. I mean, I don't see him going. He wants to win a Super Bowl again.
Because what? Michael Thomas is there.
I really think everybody's going to be surprised when Rodgers goes to the Raiders.
I mean, but then you're
I won't. He's gonna team up with Devontae again.
But I think that if anything, you go offensive heavy, get him aligned to protect Rodgers. Because I would love to see Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes go at it twice a year, maybe 3 times if they go to the playoffs. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Rodgers.
You don't get that.
Rodgers is
matchups.
going to Oakland, bro. Carr's going to the Jets.
It's Vegas, It's Vegas, my guy. No more Oakland.
We'll see, bro.
It's Vegas.
That's my
Vegas,
call.
baby.
My hot takes are Carr to Jets and Rodgers to Oakland.
So we got about 5 minutes remaining. I want not a hot take, but a wild prediction from each of you.
About what?
Anything. NFL, NBA.
Oh, I got one for you. You got one? Go ahead.
Lakers making the playoffs.
No, they're not. They're done.
Jesus.
Lakers are making the playoffs.
They are done.
LeBron?
They're what? 3
Lakers are
games or
done.
4 games behind the last. They're 1 game behind play in.
If you want to stay in the NBA for me, Clippers. Get into the finals.
Why?
You heard?
Hold on. Why?
You know why, right?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because Russell Westbrook.
I hope you're bullshitting me. I hope you're bullshitting me right now.
Russell Westbrook just got to the team.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna be released 10 days from now.
No.
No, I know what you're.
Listen,
Oh, come on.
You think they're gonna beat a team like the Suns, the Bucks?
Kevin Durant's in Phoenix.
The Mavs.
Yeah, they take out the Suns. The Suns won't even make it out the first round. Currently, right
Oh,
now,
You're
come
out of
on,
your
Jonathan.
mind.
hold on.
Hold on.
Currently,
I want to hear this.
Currently, right now,
I wanna hear this.
Suns and Warriors are 4 and 5. They'll match up against each other. You think Suns are going to beat the Warriors if Warriors are all healthy with Curry, Green?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question?
So you think Suns beat the Warriors? If they,
Yes.
Because right now they'll be matched up.
absolutely.
Wait, everybody healthy in the Warriors.
Yes.
Curry, Draymond Green.
Who's looking over KD? Give me that.
Draymond Green. They're gonna put Draymond on him.
He's gonna get shit
They
on.
hate each other. You
He's
think?
gonna get shit on.
Exactly. Draymond's gonna get in his head. You know how insecure KD is. He's He's one of the greatest offensive players, but you can get in his head so easily. Trust me.
KD?
And you can't get in the head of Russell Westbrook?
Yeah. So back to your point.
Draymond will get fouled out that game before anything.
Oh, absolutely. Back to your point. The Lakers are one game out
play-in.
of the play. They'll be number 10.
The entire West is so close.
And I believe they're 3 games
Well,
out of what
here's the
making the playoffs.
Here's the Western
without
Conference. Here's the whole. I'll go down the whole shebang. Number 1 is Denver. Number 2 is Memphis. Number 3, which is a shocker to me, the Kings.
Suns are gonna choke so
4 or the Phoenix. 5 is Golden State. 6 is the Clippers. Now we go into the play-in. 7 Dallas. 8 Minnesota. 9 Utah. Number 10 is the Pelicans. And right there, at number 11, we'll just say, are the Lakers. Now,
Listen, it doesn't even matter what order it is. The Lakers are currently 2.5 games behind the number 6 seed team, which is the Clippers. 2.5 games.
and how many games are left? There's like maybe 50,
If it got the whole month of this month and
And a little bit
and
of-
the beginning of next
So
month.
maybe 30?
okay.
28 maybe?
So
I'll tell you right
a lot
now.
of things can happen in
They've
that,
got-
in that time frame. Yes, I
they've
100%
got
agree.
20 games left.
Oh, it could definitely happen.
20 games left. No, sorry, 19 games left because they played one game this season.
LeBron out.
This month already.
LeBron went out maybe for the rest of the regular season. It's a tough call because can AD do it? I don't know.
Well, they've they played OKC this past game.
And they don't have a tough
and they
schedule
beat them
coming up.
without AD and LeBron.
They got to play the Bulls twice. I know that.
They play the Minnesota next.
Minnesota next.
They play the Warriors after that.
That's a tough game without LeBron.
They play the Grizzlies.
That's another tough game.
They play the Raptors.
Not really.
The
Raptors
Knicks.
are 50-50. Knicks are playing very good right
The
now.
Pelicans. The Rockets.
Rockets are shit.
The Mavs, who have, mind you, are 1-4 since Kyrie's joined that team.
I don't get a neck because I said that to you. I said that before. To
They
other
play
people.
the Magic. They play the Suns.
Suns are that's gonna be a good.
They
game.
play the Thunder again. They play the Bulls.
Bulls. So they play twice the Bulls. I know that.
Yeah, they play Bulls back to back, and
Who's
then
their-
they end against the
who's-
Timberwolves.
Okay, that's what I asked. Okay, could they make it? I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen.
They're making the playoffs, bro.
Oh, we'll see.
I just can't believe you guys don't think it's gonna be that close matchup with Suns and Warriors.
I don't think it's gonna be
You're
that
gonna
close
have-
of a
Bro,
matchup.
Clay is going off right now. You're gonna have playoff Clay coming
I don't
back.
see it.
Draymond
I
Green
really
We don't know. No, we don't know who.
Steph Curry doing
We honestly don't know who we're gonna get in the playoffs with freaking with
Yeah, we still got 20 games left, but as of right now, I'm saying the matchup will be Warriors because they're 4 and 5.
It's gonna be a great
It'll be
game.
Suns and Warriors.
Don't be wrong. It's gonna go game 6, but I think.
Yeah, what's your prediction, James?
What you got?
Shit, I don't even know. I was too busy
Hold-
with your.
Before we go with
Go ahead.
your prediction,
I got nothing yet, so I'll think of it.
who plays center for Golden State?
All right, bro. All
Who
right.
plays center for Golden State?
I don't even know his
Green
name.
is gonna
Draymond Green.
Green is gonna defend.
Who plays center for the Phoenix Suns?
I don't.
Height difference right there.
Green is going.
It's like me going against Dave.
No, they're gonna put Green on KD and Looney. Oh, not Looney. Sorry. Who's over there?
So you're gonna mismatch him. You're gonna mismatch DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
You got Devin Booker over
One of
there.
the best defender
You have
on KD.
you have Devin Booker over there.
Did you just say Green is the best defender on?
Yeah, he's the best defender.
Get the hell out of here.
Draymond Green is their best defender. He is.
But on KD, no, he's gonna get.
It's a mismatch.
It's a mismatch.
You got Ayton at center. You've got Devin Booker as shooting guard. You've got Chris Paul running the point. You've added Kevin Durant, and then you got Okagi.
Okagi.
That's the unknown.
Then,
But he's playing very well, though. He is playing very well for them.
Listen, you have Clay, who's a two-way player. He can shoot the hell out of the three. Booker's not giving you the same defense Clay is gonna give you. Number one.
yeah, but
that's already.
you watch their games, and when Steph's there, Clay doesn't shoot the same.
No, because it's got to go because Steph wants the ball. That's what it is.
He doesn't shoot the same.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see in the playoffs. I'm just gonna say, out of that series, Suns are known to choke. I don't think KD makes a difference in that series.
I think KD does make a difference. KD made a difference when he went to Golden State.
I don't think they go to the finals.
KD.
I think Kevin Durant over there makes a big difference.
I think it does because I think.
So you think they're gonna make it to the finals?
I think they can.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to the.
Well, you're saying the Lakers are making it to the finals, so I mean.
No, I said the Lakers
the
are making
playoffs?
the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think I'll say.
I
this.
could see a team like the Phoenix Suns making it to the finals.
I'll say rematch of 2 years ago. Milwaukee and the Suns.
Nah.
You don't think Milwaukee's gonna go?
Nope.
Or you think the Suns aren't gonna
You
go?
think Milwaukee's gonna go?
I don't think so.
You're gonna say it's Celtics, aren't you?
No.
Who? I want to hear this.
No, why would it be the Knicks?
I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan
It's
too.
gonna be the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Whoa! Hey, you know what? They can make
That's
a
not.
run.
That's
That's
not
a-
bad
make a
take.
run.
That's a dark horse.
That's a young team.
That is a young team.
They can make a
Well,
run.
it's like the Kings too. They're a young team. They're
Yeah,
playing.
Garland and Mitchell.
I think the Celtics are the hottest team in the East right
I
now,
might have
at this
one hot
moment.
take. I'll be.
But I think, realistically, I think it could be the Sixers or it could be the Celtics.
I think Bucks go. They just bred for the
I think
playoffs.
it's going to be between Bucks and Celtics again.
And Giannis.
I think that's going to be the championship game.
No, and the Suns again.
No. The
Celtics and-
conference championship is the
Celtics
Celtics
and
and
Bucks.
Bucks. I ask because if it's one, they're both a game and was it Bucks are above?
No, the Bucks
and-
are second, and the
No.
Celtics are
It's Bucks are first now. They switched because they lost. Celtics lost, I
third.
believe.
So Bucks are first, and
It's
So is that
they're half,
your,
half game back.
Celtics are second.
Is that your prediction?
So who you got winning the?
So who you have winning the?
Well, why I think I'm gonna shit. The Knicks now. I'm kidding.
So it gotta be Bucks or Suns. 'Cause you think that-
Honestly, I would like to see CP3 get his get a ring. I wouldn't mind it. And Booker.
If I had to pick one team, I'd probably go with the Suns right now.
I'll go with the Suns. So
I mean, to me, it'd be Celtics or Suns.
So I do have a hot take that one of my boys sent me. We gotta find it first.
All right, let's hear it.
This is so we're sticking to the basketball term. I just gotta see where he has it. I know he said it to me before.
Who wins, the Rangers or the Devils?
Devils.
No, Devil.
doubt.
Absolutely. Listen, Devils are. It's on. I have it. I just want to say it. Devils are playing out of their goddamn minds right now. The goalie. What's his name? I can't say his name because I'm bad with names.
You have Vitek Vanacek and Akira Smeed.
Vanacek. He's playing out of his mind right now. I watched that game against the Flyers. Boy, he looked good.
Mm-hmm. The whole team.
Whole team looked fantastic. If they play like that, out of their mind. So I want to give if I can make a shout out to my boys in the group chat called the Tubbies, to Colin, Jack, Clay, Adam, Eddie, Josh, and Ty. This comes from Colin. He says, Fox, if I could, he's from the
Darren Fox?
Oh, from Kings.
yeah. He said two things to me. He said he's top 10 in the NBA this season.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And he's better
In his position, right?
in his position. And he's better than John Moran right now.
Oh shit, I don't know.
That's what he said to me.
That's a hot take.
So I want to, and also to other two people that gave me good ones, Tyler and Phil, my best friends.
It's a bad time to bring up John Moran's name right now, bro.
Yeah, let's not go there right now.
I understand that.
That's for another day.
Yeah, I understand that, but like that was his hot take, and I kind of because I was looking this morning when I was at my job, I was looking at it. I was like, huh, he kind of has a good point, but yeah, I know it's a hard take right now. But I think Fox is in his position. He is probably one of the best right now.
Yeah, he's top 10.
I think he's definitely top 10. But who would you consider number one right now in the league right now? Who's number one?
Point guard?
Point guard.
Darius fucking Garland.
Yo, you're a big Cleveland fan.
What about you, Dave?
It's a hard one, bro. I'd probably go Luka.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm going Luka.
Probably not Luka. The guy fucking scores like an animal. Scores like
I could probably go with Fox. I've been watching his games lately. He's pretty good, damn good. So I'll go with Fox.
All around, because he does have the more assists, I believe. Luka nears triple doubles sometimes, but not as often.
Well, like Russell Westbrook triple doubles.
Yeah.
God, I want to hear this.
My hot take is Ben Roethlisberger could take a beating, but he could also give one.
Sorry, ladies. I can't defend that one. I can't defend that one. I can't defend. Oh, end it. Out of here. But no, I can't defend that one because I remember back in vocational school. I remember back in vocational school. My friend of mine goes, he's a bigger fan than I am, bigger, and he was like, oh, well, Benno has security around him. I'm like, yeah. Now when he's going to freaking sleep, well, you'll be sitting there giving a lullaby at night.
Listen, when you post this video, just go and put this part. My hot take is Ben Roethlisberger can take a beating, but he can also give a beating.
I mean, it is what it is. I can't defend it. I can't defend it. Happy years ago, can't defend it.
That's for the promo video.
All right, guys, that was a good show. Jonathan almost had a heart attack before. He was like getting so.
Oh yeah,
He was quiet. He was warming himself up.
Listen,
he was quiet.
Listen, John keeps me going, bro.
Yes, sir.
Keeps me going.
Jimmy had a few good points too, but
I try,
Jimmy had no points. 0.
He had a 0 on the whiteboard.
Yeah, you only got 1 there, big boy.
All right, guys, this has been a pleasure. I assume next time who's coming back?
You know me, I'm coming back.
Dave will be back. Jonathan?
If you invite me over, I'll be here, baby.
Do you want to be the guy on the show too?
Shit, why not?
All right, Jimmy will be back on.
Shit.
The Doug Serrano show.
Once a Doug fan, now he's a freaking immortal on the show.
Yeah.
Listen,
I gotta get my next time I'll come with a suit. No, I'm kidding.
It's the Doug and David with Jonathan and Jimmy.
It's Dougie and
double
David.
J's?
The Dougie and David.
Double D's and
Double D and
J's.
double J.
The double D's and the double J, which is a little bigger. Well,
Whoa. We're going to end the show
We're
right
gonna end
there.
on that.
cut!
This episode was brought to you by Nicole and Dave. Go Sports. For all your latest information surrounding the world of sports, talk to Dave.